lovely rainbow sandwich recipe. So now I'm going to start by making the green layer, which is just a simple green coconut chutney. So I've taken about half a cup of freshly grated coconut, a quarter cup of fresh coriander, which is to be washed really well. Then about 2 light green chilies, which are chopped really fine, 2 cloves of garlic chopped fine. This is 1 inch of ginger grated, the juice of lemon, half a lemon, about maybe 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, depending on how much you like it, and 1/4 teaspoon of sugar and salt to taste. So I'm just going to add the coconut, the coriander, the green chilies, the ginger, the garlic, the salt, the sugar, the lemon juice to my mixer. I'm using the small mixer pot, which is generally used for, chutneys. And I'm also going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of water. And we're just going to grind this to a nice smooth paste. Now the sugar and the lemon juice really elevate the taste of this beautiful chutney. And this chutney can be used, even with idlis, dosas, or even if you're making upma, just a little at the side, really, it brings out the taste of the upma also. So this chutney is really, really delicious. So now I'm just going to grind this with a little bit of water, and we're going to grind it to a nice smooth paste. And now you can see the chutney is nicely ground, and I'm going to transfer this to a glass container, that way, and keep it in my chiller tray of the refrigerator. That way it remains nice and fresh for about 2 to 3 days maximum. This coconut chutney, generally try to use it up within 2 days or 3 days. And look at the color, it's so beautiful. So this will be our green layer for our rainbow sandwich. So now after our green chutney is done, we're going to move on to the pink layer. So for that, I've just taken about 1/4 cup of grated cheese, regular processed cheese. To that, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter, which is at room temperature. Now I'm going to mix the butter and the cheese really well together. Then I'm going to add a few drops of, food color, pink food color. Now you can also alternatively use a little bit of beetroot juice, just boil the beetroots and extract the juice. I mean, the color, you can add that if you want to go natural. But I just wanted to, keep it simple. And so I just added a few drops of pink food color and mix it really well, and get this lovely bright pink color. So that will be a pink layer for the pink layer of the rainbow sandwich. And then for the yellow layer, I'm just going to add some mayonnaise, about 4 to 5 tablespoons of mayonnaise. And to that, I'm just going to add some mustard sauce and mix the two together. Now, if you don't have mustard sauce, if you have yellow food color, you can, go with that too. I mean, you can just be creative about the 3 layers. I just thought I'd pop in and let you know about my Amazon storefront. Go and check it out. The link is down in the description box below. It's products that I generally buy on Amazon or I would recommend with regard to best prices and good quality. So go and check out the link. So now that we have all our chutneys and 3 colored chutneys ready, I'm just going to take 4 slices of bread. Now try to use the sandwich bread because it's easier to work with. It's thicker and it's a little wider than the regular bread slices. So I'm using this white sandwich bread, and I'm just going to cut off the edges because we want to see the colors of these layers. If you keep the sides on, you will not get that effect. So just cut about 4 slices for 4 small sandwiches. Now for the first layer, I'm going to go with the pink color and apply a nice generous thick layer because it has to be seen. The color needs to be seen. So this is a nice tiffin item for kids, or even, if you're having a kids party, or even as a starter. And you can get creative. Like I said, you can add, whatever colors you want. You can add natural colors from veggies. Like if you want to go, with some green, add more fresh green, you can add some palak leaves. So you can get creative with this rainbow sandwich. But I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. And so like I said, just apply a nice generous layer. because when you cut the sandwich, you need to see all the three colors really distinctly. So we're done with our pink layer, so that will be the first layer at the bottom. Then we're going to add the green chutney. So one tip I'd like to give you here is try to keep the green chutney as fresh as possible. So make it, the day you're going to make these rainbow sandwiches, because this green chutney does tend to stiffen up a bit, and it, the taste changes a little, because after all it's coconut, and coconut has a very short shelf life. So whenever you're making this sandwich, try to make the three layers on the same day that you're making the sandwiches. That way it's easier to spread the chutney, and the freshness of the chutney also makes a lot of difference. So now I'm just going to place the green layer on top of the pink layer, and then I just put the yellow layer on top, and last I'm going to put this plain slice of bread on the top. And this is how it's going to look. So you can distinctly see the three layers, and then when I cut it up like this, you're going to see distinctly the pink layer, the green layer, and the yellow layer. And then I'm going to cut it again into small pieces like this. So you have, like, out of 4 slices, you get these 4 mini rainbow sandwiches. They look delicious, and friends, believe me, they taste even more delicious. So do give this a try, and let me know in the comment section how you like these rainbow sandwiches. Also, friends, do go and check out my blog. I will leave a link to that, as well as the Amazon store also. So thank you for watching, guys. So let's see today's lovely coconut chutney and coconut chutney sandwiches. So here I've taken half a cup of freshly grated coconut. Try to use fresh coconut rather than using coconut which is in the refrigerator. 1/4 cup of fresh coriander. 2 light green chilies that I've just chopped fine. 2 cloves of garlic that I've chopped fine. 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. 1 inch of ginger which I've just grated, about 1/4 teaspoon of sugar, and some salt to taste. So these are the very few ingredients that you require, and a little bit of water, about 2 to 3 tablespoons to grind while grinding this chutney. So I'm just going to add all of these ingredients to my mixer. Now this chutney can be also used for idlis, dosas, upma. And today I'm going to show you how to make chutney sandwiches using this lovely, fresh and delicious chutney. So I'm just going to add all the ingredients, squeeze the lime. And then I'm just going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of water, and I'm going to grind this to this paste, and our chutney is ready. So I'm just going to transfer this to a nice airtight glass container. And I store it in the refrigerator in the chiller section for about 2 to 3 days. Do not store this fresh coconut chutney for more than 2 to 3 days, because then coconut is perishable, doesn't have a very long shelf life. So try to use the chutney within about 2 to 3 days. Now I'm going to just take 4 slices of sandwich bread. Try to use the thick sandwich bread, which is wider also, and just cut off the edges. If you like the edges, you can keep the edges, but I like to make them without the edges. And I use the edges to make some breadcrumbs so it doesn't go to waste also. So just take off the edges of the sides, and now I'm just going to apply a little bit of butter to all the 4 slices. Just a little, not too much. This helps us to, it elevates the taste of the sandwich, as well as it helps us to, nicely spread out the chutney too. So I'm just going to evenly spread out this green fresh coconut chutney. Put a nice generous helping of it onto one of the buttered slices. Just spread it out with a knife like this, so it gets spread to all the corners of the bread. And then just place another buttered slice on top of it. And now we're just going to cut it up into half. And then if you like these mini sandwiches, which we at our place like really a lot, I'm going to cut it up again. So we're going to get 4 sandwiches out of 2 slices. And they look really pretty when they are, in this, mini like this. So with the butter and the chutney, it tastes simply delicious. So do give this recipe a try, guys. For this chutney recipe, we require the following ingredients. We will require 5 to 6 light green chilies. These are the less spicy ones. Half an inch of ginger, about 8 small cloves, 1 cup of fresh and washed clean cilantro, coriander or kothambir, the juice of half a large lemon, and salt to taste. So these are our ingredients. So now what we have to do is just put all of this into our mixer pot and grind it to a nice paste. Now the lemon gives this chutney a very lovely color as well as a good, lovely flavor too. Now for making this cheese and chutney sandwich, you will also require some bread. Now you can use any bread slices of your choice. You can use brown bread, you can use white bread, you can use the whole grain bread, whatever choice, whatever bread that you like and use on a regular basis for your sandwiches. At our home, we use brown bread. So you'll require that, and you'll also require some cheese slices, again of your choice, whatever you regularly use. You can use any of those cheese slices. Now once our chutney is ready, all we need to do is take our bread slices and cut off the edges or the crusts of the bread. Now if you are a person who likes to have sandwiches with the crust on or the edges on, then please leave it on. Now once we have finished cutting the edges off, we are going to apply some butter, little butter, just about half a teaspoon on both slices. Now remember, we haven't added any water to this chutney. It's only the lemon juice that is there in the chutney. So now apply this green chutney very, very generously onto one of the slices. Because if you put it on both slices, it becomes a little too much of chutney. So if you apply it on one slice, it just gives you the perfect taste. We don't want an overpowering sandwich. And then all is they're left to do is just put a slice of cheese. And then you can leave it as a whole if you like, or you can cut it up into 2 triangles. Well, this is such an ideal snack. It is a tiffin item, a breakfast item. It is a very easy recipe, but for those of you who are beginners and who would like to learn how to make these sandwiches, I hope this video helped you. So if you just make this green chutney in advance and keep it in your fridge and get some bread and some cheese slices, your sandwiches get ready in a jiffy. So here are our sandwiches all ready. Now this chutney, I always make a big batch of this chutney and it's always in my fridge because I use it for so many other recipes. I will be coming up with a video in which...
Hi everybody and welcome to Akshata's recipes. Thank you so much for stopping by. Well, sandwiches is something which I think all of us love to have. And sometimes when you're just walking on the street and you see this lovely sandwich vendor, your mouth just starts to water and you feel like, okay, let me just have a sandwich. But now in the monsoons, I would suggest that you don't really eat outside. It is a little bit dangerous. So why not make your own sandwiches at home? And it's not that difficult. I have a load of sandwich recipes on my channel, and I will leave a link for all of them in my description box as well as in my comments box. But today I'm going to be showing you a very simple sandwich which anybody can make, and I'm going to be explaining to you step by step as to how you go about making this sandwich. It's so easy, it's so simple that you can just get this sandwich ready in no time and you're all set to go. It's a great tiffin item, it's a great anytime snack, and I'm telling you friends, it's really simple. So let's begin with this recipe, but before that let me remind you that to give this video a big like if you like this recipe. Don't forget to hit the red subscribe button, become a part of Akshata's Recipes family. Go and check out my channel, I have loads of recipes and lots of vlogs where you'll get to know me better. So let's get started with making this easy vegetable sandwich.
So friends, I've started by taking 2 medium-sized potatoes that I have boiled. Now for boiling these potatoes, I put them into a pressure pan and I have put some water just to cover the potatoes. And once you have 1 whistle on a high fire, you can just simmer the cooker for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then take out the potatoes, and they have to be at room temperature. Then we're just going to peel the potatoes and cut them this way into rounds. Now the next step that I'm going to be showing you is how to make some green chutney for this sandwich. Now here I have some fresh coriander which I have thoroughly washed, actually soaked in salt water for about 5 to 10 minutes and then given it a good rinse. Here I have about 10 to 12 light green chilies, the less spicy kind. I have an inch of ginger. I have about 4 cloves of garlic and some lime and some salt. I use Himalayan pink salt now. So all we have to do is put all of this into our blender or mixer and grind it to a nice and smooth paste with the juice of half a lemon. The lemon helps to retain the lovely light green color as well as it gives a lovely flavor to this green chutney. So here our green coriander chutney is all ready. Now we're just going to assemble the sandwich together. Now I like to use whole wheat brown bread. You can use white bread. You can use any bread that you regularly use. All we're going to do is cut off the sides. If you want to keep the sides, you can do that as well. But I'm going to be cutting off the sides. And don't worry, I use those sides in a lot of other recipes, or I just make breadcrumbs of them. Okay, now after we cut up the sides, we're going to keep our chutney ready. We're going to use some chaat masala, and we're going to be using the potatoes that we just sliced up. So first I'm going to butter the bread, all the 4 slices. I'm just making 2 sandwiches. Butter it evenly. After that, we're just going to apply some lovely green chutney onto just one of the slices of each of the sandwich. That is 2 of the slices right now. And see that the chutney is evenly spread all over. Then we're just going to be putting the potato slices. Cut them as thin as possible. And then we're just going to sprinkle some chaat masala. That gives an awesome flavor to this sandwich. Just going to press it down. I'm going to be doing the same with the other one too. Now you can go ahead and add some more ingredients like tomatoes or cucumber or onion as you like. but I just like it plain and simple. And you can cut it triangular, you can cut it lengthwise, you can make it into 4 small triangles. And that's it, friends. Your lovely sandwiches are all ready. So what I like to do is I always like to keep some boiled potatoes in my refrigerator, and they'll stay for about 1 or 2 days. And then I always like to make a big batch of green chutney and keep in my fridge, because that chutney is so versatile. You can use it for shaved batata puri, you can use it for sandwiches, you can use it for aloo paratha. It's just